No book is going to give the thorough details of the spiritual world, but you can have a basis with which to work. Some people view creation as the drive towards joy or pleasure. Others focus on stages of the bringing about of the being. It's generally believed that a Jew should recite the Shema testimony every morning. Al Mulk Namen. The power, the king, the trustworthy. Shema Yisrael Yahweh Eloheinu Yahweh Echad. Hear, O upright of God, increasing existence is the power of dwelling. God as a verb and noun is one. And that's from Deuteronomy 6:4. And people respond quieter. Baruch Shem Kabud Mulkutu Laulam Wad. Blessed is the name of his kingdom of glory. For all the realms and to the end. And when reciting this part or reading it, people focus on the accepting of the commandments. Wahbat at Yahweh al-Hik Bukul Lebuk Wabkul Nabshuk Wabkul Maduk Wahyu Hadbrim Halah Asher Anki Matsuk Hiyum al-Lebuk Washnatum Lamnik Woodbert Bum Bashbatuk Babituk Wubluktuk Badruk Wub Shukbuk Wum Qumuk Wakshurtum Laut Al Yatuk Wahyu Athapat Bin Ainik Waktubtum Al Mazut Bituk Wub Sharik. Remember that ending of the K sound is the it's in the hand. So it's not the same thing as you. You shall love, God as a verb and noun, the power that tames you. With all your emotional control, with a soul that is subdued, and with the resources under your control, let these matters that I command you today be upon your heart. Teach them thoroughly to your children, and speak of them sitting in your homes, when you walk on the way, when you go to sleep, when you arise. Bind them as a sign on your arm. Let them be phylacteries between your eyes, and write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates. So that was Deuteronomy 6:5-9, and Deuteronomy 11:13-21. one focuses on, hope and fear as a result of deeds. Wahya Shema Tashmau al Matsutsi Asher and Ki Mitzvah Atkum Hiyum Lahba at Yahweh al Hikam Wallah Badu Buckle Labubkum Wubko Napshukkum Wantati Mathur Artskum Batu Yura Wumlukosh Wasput Dugnuk Watirashuk Wheatshark Wantati Rashab Bushduk Lub Humtuk Waklet Washbat Hashmru Lakum Pun Yipta Labukam Wasratum Wabdatum Alhim Atshrim Washutwitum Lahum Wachra Afyahwa Bukam Watzer at Hashmim Wallah Yahya Mathur Wah Admah La Tutun at Yibula Wabdatum Mahra Malharts Hathba Asher Yahwa Natan Lakam Washmutum at Debri al Labukam Wal Napshukam Wakshurtum Atum Laut al Yidkam Wahyu Dathuthapat Bin Ainikam Wal Mudtum Atum at Benikam Ladburbum Bushbutuk Babituk Wub Luktuk Baruk Wub Shukbuk Wub Komuk Wuk Tubtum al Mazuzut Bituk Wub Sharik Laman Yerbu Yum Yukum Wimi Benikam al Hatma Asher Nashba Yahwa Labtikam Latut Lacham Bimi Hashmim al Hearts. And I kind of understand, particularly at that one point, why sometimes they say that T is the S, al Matsuti. And it will come to pass that if you hear continually the commandments and join with them, as I command you today, to love God as a verb and noun, what you accept as a deity over you, the Y at the end is the going out, and the come, you're accepting it, Yikum, so it's coming in, and to serve him with all your heart, with all your soul, then I will provide rain for your land in its proper time. In the early and late rains, that you may gather your grain, your pressed juice, and your oil. I will provide grass in your field for your cattle, and you will eat and be satisfied. Beware, lest your heart be misled, and you turn away and serve what others take as gods, and bow to them. Then the wrath of God, as a verb and noun, will blaze against you. He'll restrain the heavens, so there will be no rain, and the ground will not yield its produce. Well, if there's a certain event with war, the earth can cool to the point where, the rain's reduced. And you'll swiftly be banished from the goodly land which God, as a verb and noun, gives you. Place these words of mine upon your heart and your soul, and bind them for a sign on your arms, and let them be phylacteries between your eyes. Teach them to your children. Discuss them while you sit in your home, while you walk in the way, when you retire, when you arise, and write them on the doorpost of your house and upon your gates, in order to prolong your days and the days of your children upon the land that God, as a verb and noun, has sworn to who you take as your ancestors to give them, like the days of the heavens on the earth. Okay, well, if there's all this joining and stuff, so those like the ancestors would be the spiritual community. It's not just a descendant thing, but okay, the numbers 15:37 to 41. The fringes are held in the left hand, and they're passed to the right hand, and they're kissed at the mention of the word and at the end of the paragraph. We amr Yahweh al-Mashah Lamar Debur al-Bani Yashral Wamrat al-Hum Washu lahum Tzipzat al-Kanpi Bugdihum Ladirtum Wantanu al-Tzipzat Haknaf Patil Taklet Wahya Lakam Latzitzat Oratum Atu was Kurtum Atkul Batsut Yahweh Washyatum At Wallah Taturu Atshri Labakam Watchri Ainikam Asher Atum Zanim Atriham Laman Tazkru Washitam Atkul. And at this point, people focus on remembering the Exodus from Egypt. Matsuti Wahiyatam Qatshim Lalhikam Ani Yahweh Alhikam Asher Hutzati Atkam Martz Matzrim Lahiut Lakam Lalhim Ani Yahweh Alhikam Ampt. And then there's a repetition by the reader that says Yahweh Alhikam Ampt. And God, as a verb and noun, said to Moses, speak to the children of Israel and say to them, they are make themselves fringes on the corners of their garments and throughout their generations, and they are to place upon the fringes of each corner a thread of blue or purple, which is made of one or two animals, I forget at the moment, and it shall constitute the fringes for you, that you may see it and remember that the commandments of God is verb and noun, and perform them, and not explore after your heart, after your eyes, which you stray, and so that you may remember and perform all my commandments, and be holy to what you take as your God. I am God as a verb and noun. What you take to be as your God, who has removed you from the land of Egypt to be God to you. I am God as a verb and noun. Your God, it is true. Increasing existence. Your chosen deity of truth. And remember, one of the things that we have is the reference that the Yazidi, don't think this is just something that some Sufi branch off has produced. The Yazidi were not allowed to wear blue, purple, or even black. Of course, some exceptions were made, but some groups of them did that. So, therefore, by wearing these colors, people were declaring that they weren't Satanist. Thebe, Wankun, Wakyam, Wisher, Wanaman, Wahub, Witchbeeb, Wanchumd, Wanayam, Wanubra, Wadir, Wamtukan, Wamqabal, Wathub, Wipa, Hadbur, Hazah, Alinu, Laulam, Wadamt, Alhi, Aulam, Mulkanu, Tsur, Yaequb, Magun, Yishanu, Ladur, Wadur, Waqim, Washmu, Qaim, Waksau, Nakun, Wamlakutu, Wamunatu, Lad, Qimat, Wadbriyu, Chiyam, Waqimim, Namnim, Wanchumdim, Lad, and people kiss the fringes and release them at this point. Walaulami, Lamim, Al Abutinu, Walyanu, Al Baninu, Wal Durutinu, Wal Kul Durut, Sarah Yashral, Amdik. And certainly established and enduring, fair and faithful, beloved and cherished, delightful and pleasant, awesome and powerful, correct and accepted, good and beautiful, is the affirmations to us forever and ever. True, the God of the universe is our sovereign, the rock of Jacob, and the shield of salvation. From the generation to generation, he endures and his name endures. Remember, we're not calling divinity male. And his throne is well established. His sovereignty and faithfulness endure forever. His words are living and enduring, faithful and delightful forever. And people kiss the fringes and release them. And to all eternity, and the person particularly leading states that for the place of our ancestors, and for us, and for our children, and for our generations, and for the generations of your servant, the upright of God's offspring. And one of the things that we're running into is it's beyond one's personal family. It's the children of the place, the ancestors of the people of this place. Al Harashunim wal Hachrunim Deber Thub Wakyam Laulam Wad Amt Wamuna Shuk Wala Yaber Amt Shata Hawa Yahwa Alhinu Walhi Abotinu Malkanu Malak Abutinu Galnu Gal Abuninu Yutsranu Thor Yushwatnu Pudnu Wamthilanu Maulam Shamuk Ein Alhim Zulatuk. Remember, that new ending is something along the lines of dwelling or the place. Upon the earlier generations and upon the latter generations. This confirmation is good and enduring forever, true and faithful. It's an inviolable decree. It is true that you are God as a verb and noun, our God and the God of the places of our ancestors. And the person reading in particular says, our King and the sovereign of the forefathers of this place, the Redeemer of this place, the Redeemer of the place of our ancestors, the Molder, the Rock of Salvation, our Liberator and Rescuer. And this has ever been your name. There is no divinity except you. And Azrut Abutinu Atah Hawa Malam Magun Wamushia Lebniham Achriham Buckle Dur Wadur Barum Aulam Mushbuk Wam Shupthik What's Duktuk Ad Apsi Arts Ashri Aish Shishma Lamtsutik Waturatuk Woodburk Yashum Al Labu Amt Atah Hawa Adun Lamuk Wamluk Gambur Larib Ribam Amt Atah Hawa Rashun Watah Hawa Achrun Wambaladyak Ein Lanu Mulk Gual Wamushya Mantrim Galtanu Yahwa Alhinu Wambeit Adim Baditanu Kol Bakuriham Hargut Wabkurak Galt Wimasup Bakat Wazdim Thabat Weed Yadim Habdat Habrat Wiksu Mim Thriham Achad Maham La Nuter Alzat Shabchu Ahubim Warumu Al Wantanu Yedyam Zamrut Shirut Wat Shabchut Berkut Wahudout Lamluk Alchi Wakim Rum Wansha Gadul Wanuvra Mashpil Game Wamgabya Shaplim Mutsya Asirim Wapuda Anwim Wowzer Dolim Wauna Lamu Bat Shwam Aliu, who helped in the place of our forefathers. Are you alone and forever, shield and savior? 4. The intelligences that follow them from every generation, and the peak of the universe is your dwelling, and your justice and your righteousness extend to the ends of the earth. Praiseworthy is the person who obeys your rules and takes to heart your teaching and your word. Truly, you are the master for your people and a mighty king to take up grievance. True, you are the first and you are the last, and other than you, we have no sovereign. Isaiah 44:6, because everything that others have to do, well, God can veto it, basically. Redeemer, our Savior from Egypt, you redeemed us, our God, and from the house of slavery, you liberated us. All the firstborn of that place you slew, but the firstborn that you tamed, you redeemed. The tidal marsh you split. The flagrant sinners you drowned. The dear ones you brought across, and the water covered their foes, and not one was left. Exodus 15:11. For this, the beloved praised and extolled God. Dear ones offered hymns, songs, praise, blessings, thanksgiving to the King, the living and enduring God, the exalted and uplifted, great and awe-inspiring, who humbles the arrogant and lifts the lowly and withdraws the captive, liberates humble people and helps the poor, who responds to the people who have joined upon their outcry to him. See, so it's not unconditional, anybody's people stuff, right? And some people take 3 steps backwards at this point, and others wait till you say Tor Yisrael. Tahlut Lal Aliyun Baruch Huwa Wamberk Masha Wabni Yisrael Luk Anu Shira Bashmucha Rabba Wamru Kum Mi Kamka Balm Yahweh Mi Kamka Nader Bakdash Nura Tachlet Asha Pala Shir Chacha Shabchu Gaulim Lashmuk Al Shaput Him Yichud Kom Hudu Wa Maliku Wamru. And the person reading in particular says the praises to the supreme power. Blessed, who blessed Moses and the children of the upright of God, and proclaimed a song to you with great joy. And they all said, who is like you among the heavenly powers? God has a verb and noun. Who's like you, mighty in holiness, too awesome for praise, in doing wonders. Exodus 15:18. The person reading in particular says, with a new song for the redeemed ones, praise is your name at the seashore. All of them in unison gave thanks and acknowledged the sovereignty and said, Yahweh Yamluk Laulam Wad. God is a verb and noun. Increases in kingship for the dimension and the end. And, well, in general, you don't interrupt. So the people who took 3 steps back would take their steps forward, right? But this is the point where people will take steps back otherwise. Well, I guess you wait till after this. Thor Yashral Kuma Basrat Yashral Yipda Kanamak Yehuda Wishral Galnu Yahweh Tzbaut Shemu Kadush Yashral Baruch Atah Yahweh Gal Yashral. And people continue differently depending on whether, the occasion, right? Rock of that bride of God. Before and in the aid of the upright of God. And the promise, like the promise in your hand to the Jews and the Israelites, the Redeemer of this place. God is a verb and noun over the hosts. The name that is joined with is holy for the upright of God. And Isaiah 47:4. I'm trying to control the translation here as I go along and throw in some comments and stuff, but blessed are you, God is a verb and noun, who redeemed the upright of God.